Good morning, garden friends. Can you hear all the birds in our garden? I hope you all had a great spring break. I did a couple of changes. My family got to come over and help me work on the garden a little bit. So there's some blueberry plants, but you'll notice this one, the blueberries aren't there anymore. So what I did over the break is I moved the archway to the place that it's supposed to be for our butterfly habitat. So it's over here by the fence. It's hard to see. It's like camouflaged itself. So the archway right here, we're gonna grow something called California pipevine on. So I moved that, and when I moved that, do you remember that there were two big wine barrels here? I had to move the wine barrels too. And when I moved them, I went ahead and moved some of those blueberries. So now we have a blueberry plant here. We have a blueberry plant over here. And we still need to move the other ones. Some of that work takes a little bit of time, so I haven't had a chance to do it yet. But look at the blueberries. I think they're going to be really happy over here. And it'll be nice to have them closer to our food garden. They were kind of, you know, they looked pretty over there by the roses, but they weren't with the food, so it makes more sense to have them over here. We've got to deal with this big old patch of grass so that we can put another one of the barrels right here. I'm going to be quiet for a second so you can listen to the birds. Don't they sound wonderful? They're all happy. It's a nice spring morning. So let's check out what's growing in the main garden. Here's our nice lavender. And we've got some broccoli over here. Some of it's gone to seed, right? Some of it we've taken out. This broccoli we could still eat. Oh my goodness. That would make a nice lunchtime snack. And then these purple flowers, do you remember? Those are borage. And I don't know if you remember from last year, but those flowers are edible. I think the leaves are edible too, but they're kind of furry, so I'm not entirely sure I would want to eat them. Look, here's some cabbage going to seed. Ooh. I zoomed in and I didn't even know I was doing that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, and more broccoli going to seed. Here's our wheat. Let's see, can I get a good shot of the wheat? Look how pretty that looks. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but there's apparently a spider kind of living around the wheat because there's spider web from here to here to here to here to over there. Maybe he was just, maybe it was like a little spider roller coaster. He was just jumping around on his web. That's kind of cool. Let's look at the baby strawberry plants I planted. They're doing great. Look at that. You see these young plants right here are the ones I planted last week. And there's lots of flowers in there. Strawberries don't mind a bit of that cold. Kind of exciting. All right, it looks like we've had some chop and drop happen back here. Remember, chop and drop is where we take our cover crop and we just chop it, we cut it down, and we drop it right where it is, because that plant, the greens, will add nutrients to the soil, which will make the soil healthier to grow other plants. So my friends, I finally looked this plant up here because I couldn't remember what it was. We planted it so long ago. This is a red currant, and I'm not sure I've ever seen it flower so much. It's really pretty. It's back here in the corner of the garden. I need to trim it a little bit because it's kind of blocking the pathway, but it is really pretty this spring. Oh, look at the calendula in the morning sunlight. Doesn't it look great? Oh, and the neighbors Plants are flowering. Oh, do you see that bird over there? So the birds really live in this bush with the neighbors. Let's see. Can you see that little guy right in the middle there? Right in the middle of the screen. There he is. Hi, little bird. All right, friends. That's how our main garden is growing this last week of March. I can't believe it's almost April. Okay, so also, let me just put a plug in. We're gonna have a planting day for the Habitat Garden soon. That's gonna be April 11th. So keep an eye out for that sign up information to go out, especially our 5th graders. We would love our 5th graders to all get a chance to come and put something in the ground at the Habitat Garden. All right, garden friends, have a great week.